I've been studying the science and psychology of scent for 26 years now, and all of the research that I've done and my colleagues have really discovered that the parts of the brain where smell goes to is where emotion and memory is processed. So unlike any of our other senses, when we have a memory triggered by a scent, it's more emotional and more evocative than that same memory but triggered in any other way. And the part of the brain that is processing smell is directly where emotion, memory, and motivation takes place. So there's really this uniquely special and privileged connection between smell and emotion that none of our other senses has. So people underestimate their sense of smell and they overlook their sense of smell, but they're doing themselves a disservice because this is really where we get all the juicy color in our life. So typically this time of year, we think of certain kinds of traditional smells like pumpkin and apple spice and those types of notes. And actually this is the reason why I partnered with Glade, because they have a new special autumn collection of 3 different fragrances. And they really understand the importance of fragrance with respect to emotion. And also, rather than just going with the traditional smells, they've really elevated it and done something new to take people out of their comfort zone and to bring in luxury and to bring in some glamour and mystery that most people don't necessarily think of at this time of year. So rather than people saying, oh no, summer's over, the idea is like, yay, autumn's here and I can transform myself, I can look to new things, I can find new emotions, I can redo my home in a different way. And using fragrance, because it taps into emotion so directly, is a perfect way to do that. So basically, how it works is that the emotions that any particular scent triggers are the emotions that you've connected to that scent. So the whole idea is to find fragrances that for you trigger that kind of feeling of temptation or that feeling of exhilaration. And the way that you go about finding them is just follow your nose. Just sniff different things out and see what different emotions are evoked. And then when you find what you like, go with that. And you can also mix and match and blend different things and sort of discover something maybe you weren't expecting with those kinds of combinations, or going into a different kind of fragrance collection and finding out where the new temptation is for you. So the idea is that, new seasons represent a new time. It's a new time of the year. It's a new time of your life. It's a new part of you. And so you want to be able to embrace the season. Most people go, yay, it's summer, and oh no, it's fall. But the idea is that, every season can be embraced. And by using fragrance, because it's so deeply tapped into emotion, and discovering new fragrances that can really be invigorating and energizing, that's what brings you into being excited about a new season, like fall, even though it's getting cooler out and the less daylight and all the rest of it. You can still be really excited about the new things that the season brings, like sort of the mystery and the glamour, getting to buy different clothing. And so you want to be able to bring new fragrances into your home. The other thing is that once you've been smelling the same kind of fragrances for a really long time, they don't have the same impact on you. So you want to be able to mix it up. So you could still go back to those fragrances, but for a while at least you want to bring in new fragrances and get a fuller range of emotional sensations from them. Actually, I had started off my degree, my undergraduate degree was biology, and I started off my Ph.D. working on that too. And I always wanted to try to bring psychology and biology together. And it was in fact reading a paper in one of the courses I was taking in graduate school that they talked about the sense of smell as being this really sort of primitive sense connected to emotion and motivations and very biological and evolutionarily significant. And I went, aha, this is how I can do it. And I was lucky enough to have a PhD advisor that said, you can do whatever you want, you don't have to mirror me. And I just got lucky developing a paradigm and going on to do more and more and more research. And fortunately, to a certain extent, there are not very many people who have taken this path, so I get to do great events like today. There's a wealth of information and the full list and collection of all the fragrances that are available at glade.com. So you can go to my website, rachelherz.com.